Adventure Kids, I'm Kaylee. I'm so excited to be with you this morning. We're gonna play games, have some worship, and a Bible study. It's gonna be great. Come on.
Step out of the grave, break into the wild, and don't be afraid. Run into wide open spaces, graces waiting for you. Dance like the weight has been lifted. Graces waiting. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. go, kids. I was breathing, but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. It was my turn till I met you. I want to hear you guys. Are you ready? You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. The old made new, Jesus, when I met you. Here we go, kids, one more time. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you have given to us. Thank you. Make the coronavirus go away and help the people who are sick. The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. Isaiah 40:28.
Good morning and welcome to Venture Kids Bible News. I'm Lydia.
And I'm Melissa. Lydia, fall is really kicking into gear around here. Have you felt the change in weather lately?
I have. It's been so exciting.
It makes me excited for the holidays that are coming up.
That's so true. Me too. My favorite is Christmas.
Mine too. I just love how warm and cozy everything is around Christmas time. I wonder if there were holidays back in the Bible times.
I don't know about that. What I do know is that this morning we are continuing our special series with our field correspondent Chris as he searches for the Redeemer.
That's right. Last week he left us after God had sent 9 plagues to the Egyptians and to Pharaoh to convince them to let the Israelites go. It was incredible to see how stubborn Pharaoh was.
Chris said that Moses was about to tell Pharaoh about yet another plague that God was going to send. I have a feeling that this might be the last one.
Let's join Chris now and see what new information he has for us this week. Chris, are you there?
Yes, this is Chris here for VKBN, and I'm here at the Red Sea with Moses and the Israelites, and so much has happened since last we talked. Fortunately, I have Moses here to help tell the story of what happened. Moses, last time we talked to Lydia and Melissa, and you were on your way to deliver some news of the last plague to Pharaoh. And you look pretty stressed out and sad.
Was.
So take us back to that time and tell us what happened.
Yeah, you know what, Christopher? Can I call you Christopher?
That'll work.
Wonderful, son.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of hair last time. I was so stressed. Here's what happened. This last plague was going to be truly, truly terrible. It was a plague where every firstborn son was going to die.
Ooh.
And I mean die.
Yeah.
But this is the only way God could get Pharaoh to listen. So what happened was God told us this: take the blood of the lamb, put it on our door frames, only the Israelite homes, and then that evening, as the angel of the Lord would pass, he would protect the homes of the Israelites and the firstborn sons in our homes. But the Egyptians, on the other hand, they didn't have it as good as us.
Wow. So were you scared? I mean, tell me more about it. What'd you do?
Yeah, we were a little terrified, but we knew God was with us. We knew he could provide. And because of all these plagues thus far, we knew we could trust God. So here's what we did. We remembered that God told us to celebrate this thing as a Passover. This is what it would be called. It would be called the Passover. And we were going to have a feast every year to remember the last meal we had before we left Egypt.
That's really cool. So a feast. Tell me more about it.
Well, we made a Passover meal by taking the lamb, whose blood would go on the doorframe. We'd put some herbs on it, some spices, some salt bay, and we would eat that with some flatbread. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
We had to be ready to go at any moment. We had to be able to keep our robes on, shoes on, because at any moment, God would free us from the Egyptians. We'd have to flee.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's true.
That's good.
Thank you.
So what was that like last night in Egypt?
Well, it was a rough one. Thank you for understanding. We put the blood of the lamb on the door frames, and we sat down and had the meal. And God brought that last plague.
Tragic.
Throughout the night, we could hear the Egyptians wailing, crying, God! But not from the Israelites. And God passed over our houses because our doors had the blood of the lamb spread on those houses.
Such a crazy night. So what about in the morning?
Well, that morning, all the Egyptians and the Israelites knew it was once and for all, it had finally happened, that there was only one true God who gives new life.
That's right.
He gives new life, children.
That's right.
And since I had given my people instructions on what to do beforehand, they dressed up, they were ready to go the moment Pharaoh said, get out of Egypt, get out of here. We were ready to go.
Wow. We actually got some footage of that dramatic night, so let's watch it now.
Get out! Leave my people! Take them with you. The Israelites, those people you like.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Go away.
So you didn't waste any time, did you?
No, we did not, Chris. Well, I'll tell you what, the whole nation of Israel, 2 million of us, plus all of our animals, our dogs, our cats, our spiders, our turtles, our insects, all of them, we got out as fast as we could, man. The minute I came back, I said, yo, guys, the plague has happened. We booked it. We were Usain Bolt. We were out of there.
Get it.
I know.
That's cool. So that sounds like a truly amazing experience. And now here you are at the Red Sea, but wait, I mean, Egypt is on the other side of this sea. So how in the world did you get 2 million people, the cats, spiders, turtles, and everybody, to cross over to this side? I mean, there isn't a bridge or any way around for miles and miles. How'd y'all get here?
Well, Chris, we took an Uber. Just kidding. It's a pretty long story, but I'll give you the short version, though.
Well, don't leave out any good details, though. This is the most exciting story of rescue I have ever heard. I mean, do you mean to tell us that you guys were walking out of Egypt wasn't the end of the story?
Honestly, it wasn't. It was so gnarly, man. When Pharaoh realized we were gone, he changed his mind. He gathered his entire army. And then they chased after us.
You guys must have been freaked out. I mean, his whole army chasing you, right? I mean, you had no way of fighting back.
None, man. I didn't have a Nerf gun on me. I just had the Spirit of God living inside of me. Bro, it was nuts. We were terrified, man. We were trembling in our Adidas sneakers. We were definitely scared. Let me tell you this. The Egyptians caught up with us right there on the other side of the sea. It was so terrifying. We were terrified, but we knew God was going to protect us. We knew God had brought us this far, and God told us, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And I told them, hey, everybody, stand firm. There's deliverance on the other side. I told them this. And God is going to bring us out today. And I stretched my staff over to the sea and I said, shoot you! Come on, Lord!
Oh, man, that's good. And then what happened?
You will not believe this, man. Here's what happened. The sea split open. God made a dry path. We walked right over, man. We were shocked. We were walking like waterfalls next to us. It was so nuts, man. We crossed right through.
So you mean you guys walked on a path through the sea
Oh, yeah.
that was surrounded by water?
Oh, yeah.
That is amazing. So how cool to walk through that.
Oh, it was awesome, bro. It was legit, too legit. No quit. You know, it was pretty awesome. I was just perplexed the entire time, but I knew God would save us. We had no time to waste because Pharaoh and his army, they were right behind us, trying to get us.
Right. But I don't see them here. I mean, where'd they all go? What happened to them?
Well, Chris, God told me to hold out my staff, and that's exactly what I did. And right as Pharaoh and the army and the Egyptian army were right there in the water, God brought the water all back in together. The water collapsed on that army, man.
Wow. Well, this makes this rescue story absolutely amazing. I mean, God has given all of you Israelites a new life.
He has, and he certainly has, and we have been celebrating ever since. Now, if you excuse me, there's a big party waiting for me. I gotta go. Thank you, Chris.
You're the man.
Here we
Wow. So definitely, well, that is the rescue story of the Israelites, yet another part of God's plan that started with Adam and Eve. And still, I haven't found more information about the Redeemer, but I think I'm getting closer. So for now, I'm Chris with VKBN, and back to you.
Thank you, Chris, for yet another fascinating look into Bible times and for including us in your investigative journey to find the Redeemer.
That was truly a remarkable rescue story. It was just miracle after miracle.
And at the end, the Israelites were given new life from slavery and their pain. I wish I could be there to celebrate with them.
I'm guessing that they're going to be celebrating Passover every year after this to remember it.
I think you're right. Well, that's it for this morning's edition of Venture Kids Bible News. I'm Lydia.
And I'm Melissa. Please join us next time as we continue to join Chris on his quest for the Redeemer. Hey kids, we may not be slaves in a foreign country like the Israelites were, but we still need God to give us new life. There are things that trap us and keep us like slaves, like the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. But these things aren't actual slavery for us. The things that usually keep us feeling like we're slaves are things like worry and sin and pain. I know for me that has certainly happened. I've worried about something so much that I felt trapped by the worry. Or I made a bad choice and I felt trapped and enslaved by my bad choice. Or sometimes I'm so scared of something that I can't think beyond that and I feel trapped by how scared I am or how fearful I am. And I wonder, maybe you have the same feelings. And one thing that I know is that God does not want us to be trapped by those things. He wants to free us. And I can tell you myself that God has freed me from each one of those things too. All it takes is you talking to him and asking him to free you from those things. So I want you to choose one of those things today to ask God to free you from. Do you feel trapped by worry right now? Then go ahead and just take some time and pray to God and ask him to free you from your worry. Do you feel trapped by your bad choices? That's sin. Go ahead and take some time right now to ask God to free you from your sin and to forgive you. Or do you feel trapped by fear? Are you sometimes so scared that you feel really trapped? Go ahead. I know that God will free you from those things. Take some time right now and ask God to free you from worry, sin, or fear.
All right, let's stand today for the blessing and put out your hands as you receive this. Psalms 139, 1-5. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my laying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word was on my tongue, you, Lord, knew it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Lord, my prayer this week over the kids and over myself is that we would remember that you have a plan for our lives and that you are in control when everything feels crazy and chaotic, that you are in control and you are with us, and that we find peace in knowing that you have a plan and that you'll lead us where we go. Amen. Boys and girls, I hope you have a fantastic week. Can't wait to see you next week. Bye.